Hello and welcome to part 2 of our playthrough of Amazing Tales. I'm back here with
Ruben
and
Lisa,
and we're looking forward to finding out what happens next in our adventure. But for those of you who are just joining us, Ruben, who are you?
Waag the pirate mouse.
Wag the pirate mouse. And Lisa, who are you?
Mary Flight, and I'm an elf fairy.
Okay, and can you remember what happened last time?
Me.
Oh, go on. Lisa, what happened last time?
Well, we were sent to look for the dragon crown.
The dragon crown. Who sent you?
King Frostbeard,
Okay, and how did he know where it was?
because he had the map he found in his beard.
He found a map in his beard. And Ruben, what happened when you went to try and find it? How did you get there?
In my ship.
In your sailing ship. And what happened when you got to the sea?
I was almost thrown under.
You were almost thrown under. By what?
A giant octopus.
An octopus, right. And once we'd seen off the octopus, what else happened? Oh, yes.
Sharks.
Put your hand up.
Sharks.
Sharks. There were sharks. Did you guys get past the sharks?
Yes.
How did you do that?
Well, one of them was trying to eat me under the water, but I just stabbed it in his mouth. And then Lisa grabbed it with seaweed, all of them, then I stabbed all of them in their mouths.
Yeah, because you're a fighting pirate mouse, and Mary Flight can do nature magic, can't she? Okay, and then, right at the end of our session, we found something. What did we find?
A magnifying glass.
A magnifying glass. And what did we discover about the magnifying glass? What?
That if you look at the map with the magnifying glass, you see we shouldn't have gone to sea, but to the deep dark wood.
Okay. So,
And the deep dark wood lies here.
that's right. This is our map of the kingdom of King Thrushbeard's castle, the deep dark wood, the village, and the river that goes all the way down to the sea. And what are these things up here? What are these things up here in the mountains?
Dragons.
Dragons.
2 of them.
So, as we start our story again, I think you're sailing the booty back to land,
Booty.
so you can head off to the deep dark wood. You notice that something has changed up in the mountains. There are more dragons. Indeed, it was quite unusual even to see one flying away high up in the distance. But today you can see 3 all circling around the different mountains. They're still a long way away, but still that's 2 more dragons than you've ever seen at once before. Still, you have a map that leads to the deep dark wood, and on the bit that looks at the deep dark wood, you can see this. Why don't you take a look?
Well, I see a patch with the flowers, a patch with like long stripy things, and here leaves, and a tree who looks like he's got a mouth. And here's a crown.
Yeah.
I think that is right there, and it's my dragon crown.
You think that's the dragon crown?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why is there a crown?
Yeah, is there anything else on this map? Oh yes.
Well, it's got trees around it, and it's like all in different parts. And it's got here,
What does that say?
to find the crown, walk back through the wood starting now.
Now you live in the deep dark woods, don't you?
I live here.
Yeah, and you can tell from the map that the deep dark wood is very big, and you know where this place is. This place is very hard to get to. In fact, it's impossible to get to. It's all kind of magic, and whenever anyone tries to go in there, they always end up just somewhere else in the wood. every now and then someone will get lost in there somehow. They find their way in, and then they wander around for a long, long time before they can ever find their way out again.
I have an idea.
Oh.
How we could get through. Well, we could have some pedals and then we can put down some air every now and then. And if we get lost, we can follow the pedals back.
I think you mean pebbles.
Pebbles, yeah.
Pebbles, yeah.
Pebbles.
What are that?
Little stones.
stones.
Still, first you have to get to the deep dark wood, and as we know, the deep dark wood is quite a dangerous place. So, what are you doing?
Just go.
Go.
Yeah, you head off towards the deep dark wood.
La la la.
Do you want to talk to anybody or see anybody before you get there?
Nope.
Nope, straight there. The deep dark wood looms up before you. It's a lovely summer's day. The sun is shining, the trees are all big and green. But the edge of the wood is very dark and shady. And that's quite nice for a while because it makes it nice and cool. But a little bit further in, well, then it becomes just dark and a bit scary. What are you going to do?
Just gonna walk further.
Drop some pebbles.
Okay. You leave some pebbles so you know the way back, and you walk further into the wood.
I shouldn't spend our pebbles.
Waag the mouse strides forward into the forest. Can you roll, Waag, your jumping and climbing dice, which is this one?
5!
Me too.
You can roll your flying dice.
Because it's quite hard.
10-sided.
10.
Well, you're making your way into the wood, but you remember to be very quiet and careful. You fly up to have a look around, and you climb up a tree to see if you can see further ahead. And it's a good thing you did, because further into the forest you can see, perhaps they've come here to get out of the sun and be in the cool, you can see a group of wolves all lying down with their tongues lolling out, resting in the cool of the forest. But even so, they look quite fierce and rather hungry. What are you going to do?
We can fly around them. I can fly around them, and Ruben can just climb from tree to tree around them.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan. Ruben, is that what are you going to do?
Well, why would you go around them?
Because then we don't have to fight, and we can get earlier to the dragon crown.
No, because you're not going away from that circle.
You can sneak past them to get to where you're going.
Yes.
That's what you want to do.
And then you can go around them, because that's the easiest way. If we fly over them, I could get my leg bitten off.
Okay.
I'm not
I thought like that.
Oh, you meant around and around. No, just no, sneak past. Okay. So, are we going to try and sneak past them, are we?
Yes.
All right.
Flying skills.
So, Pirate Waag, can you roll your jumping climbing dice again? And Merry Flight. Oh, wow.
Wow.
6. Okay. So, Mary, you fly quietly past all the trees. And Waag, you've rolled a 12.
Yeah.
Now, you are so sneaky and so quiet. You can get really close to the wolves without them seeing you. And you hear them talking to each other. And one of them says, "I don't know why we have to wait here. It makes no sense to me. Nobody ever comes looking for things here. I don't know why the witch thinks anyone is going to try and sneak into this forest." And then you carry on. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, if there's a witch, you should stay on the ground, because witches are above the ground.
Only when they're flying on a broomstick. And I bet witches have legs too.
They fly more. They fly more than walk.
I can fly through the trees.
Okay.
Good idea.
What are you going to do?
We're going to see if we can find the
You're gonna keep
first
going.
thing.
And you're trying to find this one, are you?
The tree with a face on it.
Tree with a face on it. Well, you head further into the wood in the direction of where all this is. Now then, as you get closer, you're pretty sure, because you live in these woods, you're pretty sure this is the right sort of place. You see the path forks, and on one side you see all these glorious big green summery looking trees, all filled with leaves and with birds singing in them. And just on the other side you see the trees look like it's still autumn, and the leaves are all brown and golden. A lot of them have fallen off and are lying on the ground. What are you going to do?
I think because this tree looks green, well, maybe it can be a trap that if we go that way, we're going the wrong way and we get out again. But we should be about like, where's the pen? Because we should be about like, I think a bit here or something.
Yeah, you're about here actually. You think?
So, if we walk a bit further.
But if we have a forking, one of them would go this way and one of them would go that way.
Well, it's more like one of them goes that way and one of them goes that way.
Well, but then we get to the leaves. And that's not handy because we want to go here. So if we want to go to the leaves,
we go
this
that
way. And then we go that way and instead of that way.
So that way is not good, that way.
You're going to go this way
That is the way
with the big summery looking trees.
yes.
Okay.
So
And I still throw pebbles.
Okay, that's a good idea. You head into the big summery wood. As you get in there, you haven't been in there very long. It's very lovely and warm. You can hear somebody singing. It's a very happy song. What are you going to do?
I wouldn't be too sure of it to go straight there, but I would sneak up and see who it is.
You're going to sneak up and see who it is. What are you going to do?
Yeah, I agree with Moses.
Okay, can you
And
both...
then I can make some bushes so I can sneak along without her seeing me.
Oh, good. So you roll your nature magic dice.
And I just look like a little mouse.
You just look like a little mouse.
Oi.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Can you just roll your jumping climb?
So 1,
3.
Okay, so you get just enough. You quietly sneak forward. Oh, and you can see a group of, well, they look very summery, big, tall people with long, they're all women, with long hair and long dresses, bright green dresses, and they're sort of holding hands and dancing. They look rather magical. And they're dancing round and around in a circle and singing their lovely song. It sounds really nice. Looks fun, like you might want to join in. You, meanwhile, tell me what you try to do. You try to make bushes grow so you could hide behind them. Well, that works. And you creep along just behind your bushes. You're getting closer. You can see these ladies standing and dancing. But then your bushes suddenly seem to decide that they want to join in with the dance. And they start shuffling off without you. And then one of them wraps its branches around your hands and drags you forward. The ladies look at you and they can see you. And they keep singing and they hold out a hand. And your bushes and you get pulled into this circle and start being danced around and around and around. What are you going to do?
Uh-oh.
Well, maybe I can do something.
What are you going to do?
Well, the bushes aren't that handy now. And they're just bushes. So I can cut through the bushes.
Okay, you're going to jump out and try and cut Mary free. Mary, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna see if I can. Well, I can just fly really fast upwards, and then I can see if I can get loose.
Okay, you're going to try and fly free, and you're going to try and cut her out. Okay, can you roll your swashbuckling dice, and can you roll your flying skills dice?
That is 5.
A 5.
Yes. Oh, a 9.
Okay, well, here's what happens. You jump out with your sword and quickly cut some of the branches away from Mary Flight. Mary, as soon as your hands are even a little bit free, you start to fly up as hard as you can. And without too much trouble, you get free from the branches. Your bushes, though, carry on dancing around and around and around.
Although they're a bit cut.
One of the ladies steps out of the dance and looks at you. The others keep dancing, but she doesn't look very happy. Why have you stopped dancing? It is summertime and everyone must dance. Come, little mouse, come and dance. She holds out a hand to you. What are you going to do?
I don't want, so I'm going to stab her.
Whoa! Okay, you can roll your swashbuckling dice. What are you going to do, Mary?
I just
6.
stay there.
Oh, 6.
Okay. You go to attack her. She looks at you in surprise and shock. And then she screams, and just before your sword touches her, she vanishes. And so do all the others. It all goes very, very quiet.
Where are we now?
And the wind stops. And the birdsong stops. And all of a sudden you have a feeling that the trees are a little bit closer than they were a moment ago. What are you going to do?
Well, I would see if the trees are moving. Because I can fly.
And from above, you can see where everything goes. Better.
Well, you look carefully and you can see the trees are moving, and slowly, high up in the branches above your heads, all the branches are kind of knotting together and making a kind of net. You can't fly up to the sky anymore. And you can see all around about, the trees are tying themselves together and getting closer and closer.
I know.
What are you going to do?
I knew this was a trap. I have a sword. I know I can cut the trees.
Okay.
Actually, I need to roll 2 then.
See, like, I make some
Because I need to climb the
something.
trees first.
And then, well, I can control the trees to make them stop and then go away.
You're going to try and use your magic to make the trees go away. You're going to try and... What are you going to do?
Climb in the trees and break the branches.
Okay, there's a whole forest there.
11.
11, okay.
2 and 11.
Oh dear.
Oh, the cutting doesn't work, but the climbing does.
You want to say that's what happened? I think that's fair. That's So you climb up the trees very quickly, very easily. Yes, it's easy. And then you draw out your sword and you start trying to saw at one of the branches. But then all of a sudden you realise that there are vines that have wrapped themselves around your tail. And suddenly it pulls back on you and you are left hanging upside down, high above the forest floor, trapped by your tail. Wait a moment. Mary, come back.
I am going to cut myself free.
Making a video. You can't walk off. Wait. Mary, you've done magic. And now your magic is very strong and it almost always works. But you get the feeling that, oh dear, it's like the whole forest is angry and the trees aren't listening to you anymore. They're very upset about something. What are you going to do?
Well, we could just go away and go to the other bits where we go this way.
But we're looking for that.
Well, there are 4 ways to get there, and these are the 2 closest, so we could go this way.
But meanwhile, you're hanging upside down by your tail. What are you going to do?
Cut myself free and then jump. Well, first I'm going to swing a bit.
Okay, I think this sounds like swashbuckling to me. Roll your swashbuckling dice.
I'm going to get something to do.
7.
A 7.
Hi-ya! And then I'm going to climb into the trees.
Okay, with a big, impressive swing from your tail and the
then
vine.
I'm gonna do this one.
Build up some momentum, and then at the right moment you cut through the vine with your sword, and you do a flip and a double somersault, and you land in the trees. The branches are still reaching out towards you. What are you going to do?
Go back.
Shoot.
You're going to shoot at the branches now.
Yeah.
Okay, you can try shooting with your pistol.
Ooh.
Yeah, that works. The branches retreat. Mind you, you're still inside the forest, and it's a very big forest. What are you two going to do?
I'm gonna go find that tree. But
Maybe it's not that we need to go there. Maybe it's just a symbol for what there is there. Maybe we should just go on and try to get there.
the flowers.
We could get to the flowers.
That is that way.
Okay, you can roll your navigating dice to see if you can work out which way you have to
Because
run.
we've gone from here, we've gone like this, and then we were at the X, and now we're like
Yeah.
here.
Can you roll your navigating dice?
6.
Okay, you're pretty sure you know which way it is. Are the two of you going to go that way?
Yes.
Okay, well the trees are reaching out for you. You're going to have to roll your jumping and climbing dice to get past them. You're going to have to roll, I think, probably your flying dice.
This one?
Yep.
5.
Okay, well you run and struggle and jump, and these trees reach out for you. They're full of energy. Just in time you squeeze through the very last gap, and you emerge out into a very different kind of wood.
Yeah.
It's a bit cooler. It's not hot like it was before. It's a bit cooler, but the sun is shining, and you can hear there are lots of birds singing like they do in springtime, and you can see lots of wild flowers growing all over the ground, just like they've just come up, which is a bit funny because it's summer.
I'm
And
going
the
to go
trees have
down.
got little buds on their leaves,
I'm going to go down.
and you can hear some singing.
But I think it's another trap. Look. The trees.
Well, you
What, a trap?
you can hear some
The
singing.
flowers
What are you going to
should
do?
be a trap then as well.
First, we're gonna see if it's not those ladies again.
How are you going to do that?
By just like to fly close to see if we can see the ladies, and otherwise we just fly around.
Okay, you can roll your flying dice.
Uh-oh.
10. Is that the biggest number?
Yes.
So, you fly closer, and it is those ladies again. They're singing a different song. This time they're all wearing yellow and purple dresses, and they're dancing around and singing. It's a different song, and one of them is even playing a harp. And as they sing, you can see things around them starting to grow. It sounds very happy. And there are lots of little bunny rabbits bouncing around on the grass in front of them.
Don't go down.
No, we're not going there. We're going around them.
They haven't seen you.
We're going around them. First thing we do.
And
You're not going to
sneaking.
stab them.
No. That's the thing I'm not going to do.
Now we're going to try going around them because I don't like the magic that happened.
Hey,
Let's go.
Well, are we in the flowers now?
Yes.
That means we've gone here.
And then
Now we're
here. And the X is there. So
that's a
first-
big X. Now we're here.
Now
But
we're
we
here.
need to go around them. But we need to really go around them.
But
Because I don't want to do that again.
you can suddenly hear an awful lot of tweeting and chittering as if hundreds and hundreds of birds are in this forest. What are you going to do?
Well, I could just go around the ladies.
Yeah, you can give them plenty of space so they won't see you.
And then
And
go
I guess
to the next thing.
You're going to head this kind of way. As you get a bit further, you can see more and more of these birds. There are hundreds and thousands of them in the branches, all flying around, all gathering things. You can see they keep flying down and picking up any loose twig, any bit of wood they can see, any leaves, and you can see them all making their nests. Hundreds and hundreds of nests. And then one of them sees you and it flies towards you.
Me?
And it flies down, yep. And it pecks a twig that's been stuck in your clothes. It grabs hold of it and flies off with it. And now some more have seen you. They've seen both of you. And now dozens and dozens of birds are flying towards you, all looking for things that they can grab for their nests. There's hundreds of them. What are you going to do?
Run away!
Run away. What are you going to do?
Fly upwards.
Fly upwards.
But then...
Can you roll your...
No, I'm going to do some
jumping
flying skills to get them off me.
You can roll your jumping and climbing, and you can roll your flying skills.
Oh.
7.
F-O-V-L.
Oh, just enough. Now you run as fast as you can. Whoosh. You have to run back this way, away from wherever this place is, and you fly up high.
Away that place and do some skills.
Yeah, and you do some amazing flying as the birds come and try and grab you, but you duck and dive and they can't fly as well as you can. And eventually they decide it's much easier picking things up off the ground than it is chasing fairies.
Elf fairies.
Elf fairies. So, you guys are kind of over here. You can maybe shout to each other if you like. You've kind of gone this way. I think the ladies, you've gone around the ladies, but these birds are all the way over here. What are you going to do now?
So we're like...
Yeah, I think that's probably right.
And now we need to go like that.
Yeah,
To the next.
but this is all birds. What are you going to do?
Well...
But is this place the birds?
No, the birds are kind of here.
Like there. But we can go like...
Let's say the birds are kind of all like around there. That whole bit is birds.
But...
Well, look, Daddy, if we go like
I can
this
jump
and like
over
go a
them.
bit out, and then we can go around the birds, and then we can come back in here.
Okay. Is that what you're going to try?
Yes.
All right. Why don't you roll your... You can roll your map reading dice to see if you can get
And
that.
I may navigate.
And you can roll your navigate.
3. 8.
Okay. Well, with no trouble at all, the two of you get out of the wood. And then you head this way, using your navigation skills, and you start trying to head back here. But something is very funny.
What?
You can't find the way. Every time you go further, you end up back where you started. You're dropping pebbles, and those are telling you that it's not just not working. You keep trying and trying, but eventually you find yourself in a part of the wood you're familiar with, and you know you're in the wrong place.
Then we should go back to here. But
wait, I can use my nature magic to see if anything else in here. Well, I can make a vine out of here, grow towards us, and then we can go.
Why don't you try your nature magic?
good idea.
7.
Oh, again, something very strange is happening in this wood. Nothing is working quite the way it should. It's like somebody has hidden the whole piece of this forest. It's like there's a magical wall around the whole thing, full of tricks and glamour. Maybe the only way in is where you got in before.
But we have to go all the way like this.
You could go all the way back round.
But has the vine worked?
Well, the vine wouldn't do it, but that's what you learned when you tried.
But we can go back there.
Well, we should go back like this and then find to this.
Well, you try and
entrance.
find your way back in here, but no matter how hard you try, you always end up not where you think you're trying to go.
Well, we should go like this, and then get back in here, and then we can go
Oh,
here.
the easy way.
Yeah, you guys can head back here.
Yeah,
The
we've
easy
done
way or the
that.
hard way, doesn't matter.
The
You get
easy
back
way.
here.
And just like put across here.
Now this time you can see again lovely summery trees on the one side.
Like this.
Yeah, and trees with golden and brown leaves that are all starting to fall off on the other side.
Yeah, we'll go the other way. We'll go this way.
You go that way. Well, you don't get very far in before you find yourselves back where you started.
Really?
Then we should go that way.
What if we go here? This is annoying.
Back into the woods, back here.
Yeah.
Back here. No, wait, we should go like this.
Well, you head into this wood, and you haven't been in there very long at all, just a few steps, and you can hear the singing and the music again.
Oh, not again!
What are you going to do?
Well, here was about the singing and the music.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we go like this, we don't get seen by the ladies, and we get into here.
Okay, you're going to try that. Can you roll your navigating dice and your map reading dice, please?
6, 3.
Well, you look at your map. You set off in exactly this direction. You know you're going exactly the right way. And just for a moment, you can see that you're surrounded by autumn leaves and tall trees that are with shedding their leaves. But then, and this time you spot at the exact moment that everything changes, you find yourselves back in this summery wood, looking straight at a group of ladies, singing and dancing and jumping round in a circle. They've seen you, but they don't seem to be doing anything. What do you want to do?
And we could ask them how to get into this part. Yeah. Ask them.
Okay, well, they're singing and dancing and looking at you. Somebody should say something then.
Ruben.
No, not me.
He's a pirate mouse. He can do it.
It was Lisa's plan.
Well, okay. Excuse us, can we ask something?
Good day, travellers.
Hello.
Won't you join our dance? We will dance the whole summer long.
Well, we'd rather ask a question.
Question? Who needs to ask questions in summertime? Summer is for dancing.
Well, we need to find something.
You need to find something in here.
Yeah.
Well, not in this part, but
We need to find the middle part of the wood.
Oh, there is not much finding anything in the Wood of Seasons. And I'm afraid if you don't have the map, then you will never find anything at all, except, perhaps, if you're very lucky, your way out.
Oh. Well, where is this map then?
I heard it was lost at sea long ago.
Let's see. Here.
What's this?
This. To find the crown, walk back through the wood starting now. So we have to go back to the octopus pit?
If you don't have a map, then you can't find anything here.
We'll go to the scene to find the map. We didn't have a choice.
Well, you take your map, you put your map back in your pocket, and you think that maybe it's time to go and find a map.
Yeah. Ah. We have the map.
You have the map, then you have everything you need to find what you're looking for.
But how can't we get into the forest with autumn?
You can go anywhere you like in this forest if only you go the right way.
But what is the right way?
The map will tell you.
We can look for the magnifying glass again. We still have it.
Yeah.
Okay, shall I do that with my map reading skill?
Okay.
That one. Yep. Wrong.
Have I got
Dear.
that?
You look at the map with your magnifying glass and suddenly all the letters go blurry. And it's hard to see what it says anymore.
Ruben, you try it. Oh, no, Waag.
Roll your navigating dice.
3.
Oh, that's better. You find that if you squint in just the right way, you can read the words. And you're sure, being a pirate, that sometimes when pirates make maps, they leave clues on the maps to tell people how to use them properly. And you're sure that these words are the clue that will tell you how to read this map properly.
Is that this?
Yes, this is the map.
To find the crown, walk back through the woods starting now. How will that help us? Wait.
But starting now is
What
not
is
part.
starting now?
Why does it say starting now?
The lady looks at you. Now is summertime. She says, now is the time for dancing, not reading maps.
It's time for reading maps, okay?
Wait. Maybe it happens so that we need to be another season, because otherwise we can't get there. If we go to the next season, maybe we can get here by not going like this, but going like this. Or we could go like this. Like here. From the place here to the place there. And here is the cone.
What are you going to do?
Like this.
Well, you carry on walking through the wood. You have no problem at all. Are you saying anything to the ladies when you leave?
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Sorry you didn't join our dance. Carry on through the wood. And you have no trouble at all getting back to the wood with all the flowers that you were in before. You can hear some ladies singing and dancing again. And you can also hear the birds chittering away to the other side. What are you going to do?
Well, we can ask them if we're in the right season to find the dragon crown.
But then they're gonna say the same because they're the same ladies.
But if there are two groups of ladies, maybe because everyone here has different brains, so maybe they know something else. Because you can't be in two places at the same time.
Oh my goodness, Lisa,
Yeah.
we are super late for your piano lesson. Oh dear. Goodbye, lovely people on the video. We'll get back to this next time.